Been to any fake farewells lately? You know what I mean. Someone resigns, and then between their resignation and their departure, they're treated really poorly. They're devalued, and sometimes they're ignored, and sometimes they're bullied. So by the time you get to the farewell, it's all a pretty phony exercise. The manager gets up and gives their obligatory speech about how much they've appreciated the employee. But the staff that are sitting in the room or in the restaurant or wherever it is are really thinking about how poorly that manager has treated that person in their last days of working there. The employee gets up and often gives their obligatory, "It's been great to work here," and what could have been a celebration of, a wonderful working experience is now marred by a real struggle to maintain professionalism while dealing with that sting of really feeling devalued. We spend a lot of time onboarding people, bringing people into organizations, but it seems like we spend less time, and sometimes no time, thinking about people's experience when they leave. The exit interviews, people do exit interviews, but most people don't really want to be honest in the exit interview because they don't really trust that what they say is going to be taken on board and won't be used against them. But more importantly than that, in the time between someone's resignation and their departure, are their value to the organization and contribution really made clear to the person? Are they told how much they'll be missed? Are they told about the significant achievements they've made? Sometimes they're small achievements, but they've helped the organization move forward. And is that articulated to them? So that when you get to the farewell, is it a genuine farewell? And further than that, when people go off and go to their new job, and when they're in cafes and at barbecues talking to friends about what kind of an organization yours was to work for, what's going to be most fresh in their mind is how they're treated on the departure. And all those people in barbecues and cafes and shopping centers and online are people that could be potential employees of yours. And in these days of really the war on talent, which is alive and well and going to get even more intense as the years progress and as people leave the workforce, organizations can't afford to be known as a place that's not a good place to work. It doesn't take much, it's not rocket science, and it's really not as much about expensive programs and lots of expensive development. It's more about relationships. How are people treated? Are they valued? Are their strengths acknowledged? And are they just treated with common courtesy? Manners, thank you, common courtesy, and just telling people what you appreciate about them and what you value about them can go a long way. Doesn't cost anything, but the cost of not doing that could be greater than you realize.